Have you ever felt weak? Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered if you're truly giving your best, or if you're merely existing, drifting through life without purpose? I want you to stop right now and ask yourself, what would it feel like to unleash the full force of your potential? What if you could stop being weak, physically, mentally, emotionally, and transform into the person you know you were meant to become? We live in a world full of distractions, challenges, and obstacles, but the one thing that stands between you and success, between you and greatness, is not the world around you, no. It's the weakness within you, the small, hesitant voice that says, maybe I can't do this. That voice is not your true self. Your true self is powerful, unstoppable, capable of anything. It's time to stop being weak and step into the strength you were born with. The first step toward greatness is understanding that you are not the product of your circumstances. You are the product of your thoughts. You see, we have all been conditioned to believe that external forces are the driving factor of our lives. But let me tell you something, you are the force. You are the one who chooses your thoughts, and therefore you choose your life. You have the power to change your world by changing your thinking. If you want to stop being weak, you must start thinking strong. Think about it. The most successful people in history didn't get there because life handed them an easy path. No, they got there because they understood one simple truth. Life is not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to what happens. Strength comes not from avoiding difficulty, but from rising above it. Every setback, every failure is merely a stepping stone toward your greatness. If you choose to see it that way, there is a quiet enemy within each of us, a force that creeps into our lives unnoticed and wears us down over time. It doesn't scream or demand our attention, but it quietly whispers that we can't do it, that we're not good enough, that success is meant for others, not for us. It is the voice of weakness. And just as quietly as it comes, it can hold us back from realizing our potential, from stepping into the greatness that lies within us. But what if I told you that this weakness you feel isn't really you? What if you learned that this feeling, this doubt, is merely an illusion that can be shattered with the simple decision to change your thinking? You see, one of the most powerful truths we can embrace in life is that the mind is a creator. Your thoughts shape the world around you. They mold your reality, your circumstances, and even your identity. And yet we allow negative thoughts, self-doubt, and insecurity to dominate our minds. These thoughts make us feel weak and incapable, and the longer we allow them to linger, the more they take root in our lives. But this is not the way it has to be. Weakness is not a permanent state. It is a condition, and conditions can change. You are not defined by your weakness, just as you are not defined by the obstacles you face. What defines you is how you choose to react to those obstacles, how you choose to control your thoughts in the face of adversity. Consider this: every challenge you face, every roadblock you encounter, is an opportunity to change your narrative. You can choose to see the difficulty as a sign of your weakness, or you can choose to see it as a sign of your growth. The people who succeed in life aren't the ones who avoid difficulty. They are the ones who face it head-on, who rise above it, who make a decision in the face of adversity that they will not be defeated. We live in a world where it is easy to adopt a mindset of weakness. We are bombarded with messages that tell us we are not enough, that we can't succeed, that we are not worthy of greatness. These messages come from society, from the people around us, and sometimes from within ourselves. They build up over time until we begin to believe them. But what if you could flip the script? What if you could see every challenge, every struggle, not as evidence of your weakness, but as proof of your strength? This is the foundation of transformation. The first step to stopping the weakness is realizing that you have the power to change the narrative in your mind. You have the power to choose what you focus on, what you dwell on, and ultimately what you become. This is where strength begins, not in the body but in the mind. The mind is the starting point for everything. The mind is where it all begins. Think about the person you admire most, the one who has achieved great things. Do you think they never faced difficulties or setbacks? Of course not. They too faced moments of weakness. What set them apart was their ability to shift their mindset, to refuse to accept weakness as a permanent state, to rise above the challenges they faced, and to continue moving forward with determination and purpose. The truth is that weakness is nothing more than a fleeting state of mind. It's a mental barrier, not a physical one, and it can be broken through with the right mindset and the right actions. But how do you change that mindset? It starts with awareness. It starts with recognizing the thoughts and beliefs that have been limiting you, that have been holding you back. It starts with acknowledging that you are the one who has allowed these limiting thoughts to take root in your mind. And then, it requires you to make a decision, to refuse to accept those limiting beliefs, to stop identifying with the voice of weakness that has been dictating your life. This is not about pretending that life is easy or that challenges don't exist. It's not about denying the reality of your struggles. It's about recognizing that you have a choice in how you respond to them. You have the power to change your story every day. You are given the opportunity to choose whether you will allow weakness to dictate your actions or whether you will choose to step into your power and pursue your goals with relentless determination. In the face of weakness, the decision to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep striving is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It is what separates the strong from the weak. It's the understanding that strength is built not through ease, but through overcoming challenges. You can sit back and let life push you around, or you can decide that you will not be weak any longer. The choice is yours, and it starts with the decision to believe in your own potential, to refuse to allow weakness to define you, and to step forward with courage, strength, and an unshakable belief in your own ability to achieve greatness. The greatest misconception that holds so many people back is that they believe strength is something that is either inherent or impossible to develop. They look at others who seem confident, powerful, and capable, and they think, "That's not me. I could never be like that." But that's not the truth. Strength is not something you are born with. It's something you build, something you choose to cultivate. And the foundation of strength is rooted in the way you think. Your mind is the key to everything. If you want to stop being weak, you must first understand this fundamental truth. You are the architect of your own destiny, and your thoughts are the blueprint. Every day, you have the opportunity to either build a life of strength or one of weakness, and it all starts with how you choose to think. Thoughts are not just fleeting notions that come and go. They are the building blocks of your future. The thoughts you entertain today are the ones that will shape your life tomorrow. If you continue to entertain thoughts of doubt, fear, and insecurity, you will build a life that reflects those thoughts. But if you choose to think thoughts of strength, purpose, and determination, you will build a life that reflects those qualities. This is not just positive thinking. It's the recognition that your mind has the power to shape your reality. The mind is a powerful tool. It can either be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. It all depends on how you choose to use it. Too often, we let our minds wander aimlessly, allowing negative thoughts and doubts to flood in. We give in to fear and let it control our decisions. We allow the circumstances around us to dictate our mood, our actions, and ultimately, our lives. But this is a passive approach to life, one where we let things happen to us instead of taking control and making things happen. The mind, when left unchecked, can create a reality that is filled with weakness and limitation. But when you take control of your thoughts and direct them towards strength, you begin to see a completely different reality unfold before your eyes. To stop being weak, you must begin by taking control of your thoughts. This means refusing to entertain thoughts of inadequacy or fear. It means recognizing that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but rather the creator of your circumstances. Your mind is constantly shaping your world, and when you take responsibility for the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind, you take back control of your life. But how do you start controlling your thoughts? It begins with awareness. You must become aware of the thoughts that are holding you back. These thoughts might be subtle, but they are there, whispering to you that you're not good enough, that success is out of reach, that you don't have what it takes. These are the thoughts of weakness. They are the ones that keep you stuck in a place of mediocrity, in a place where you're not living up to your potential. The first step is to recognize these thoughts and to refuse to accept them as your truth. Once you become aware of the negative, limiting thoughts that are clouding your mind, you can begin to replace them with thoughts of strength, purpose, and possibility. Every time a negative thought arises, Ask yourself, is this thought helping me? Is it moving me closer to my goals? If the answer is no, then you must discard it and replace it with a thought that empowers you. This is a process, and it won't happen overnight. But with consistency and commitment, you will begin to rewire your mind and develop a mental strength that will carry you through any challenge. The key to mental strength is discipline. Just as the body requires regular exercise to become stronger, the mind requires consistent practice. This means you must make a conscious effort every day to feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts. This could be through affirmations, reading uplifting books, listening to motivational speeches, or simply taking a moment each day to focus on your goals and remind yourself of your potential. The more you train your mind to focus on strength and possibility, the more it will become your default mindset. Eventually, strength will become second nature, and the weakness you once felt will fade away. The beauty of this process is that it doesn't matter where you start. You don't need to be born with an extraordinary mind or any special talents. What matters is the decision you make today to take control of your thoughts. Anyone, regardless of their background or circumstances, can develop mental strength. It's about choosing to think in a way that empowers you, in a way that pushes you to take action and move toward your goals. When you make the decision to take control of your mind, you take the first step toward becoming the strongest version of yourself. But remember, mental strength is not about perfection. It's not about never having doubts or fears. It's about recognizing those doubts and fears, acknowledging them, and choosing not to let them control you. It's about getting up every time you fall and continuing to move forward with purpose and determination. It's about understanding that weakness is not a permanent state. It is simply a condition that you have the power to change. And it all starts with the thoughts you choose to think. So as you move forward, remember this: you are the creator of your reality. Your thoughts are the building blocks of your future. If you want to stop being weak, you must start by taking control of your mind. Choose strength. Choose possibility. Choose to become the person you are capable of being, and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. The power is in your hands, and it always has been. Many people go through life thinking that success, strength, and greatness are things that happen to a select few. They think that only certain individuals are born with the qualities that lead to success, and that these qualities are something you either have or you don't. This belief is not only wrong, it's incredibly limiting. It holds people back from reaching their full potential, and it's the very idea that keeps them trapped in cycles of mediocrity. The truth is, success is not reserved for the lucky few. Success is a choice. It is a result of the actions you take, the habits you form, and the decisions you make every single day. If you want to stop being weak, you must first recognize that you are the one who has the power to shape your future. You have the ability to take action and move toward your goals, no matter what the circumstances around you may be. The most important factor that separates those who achieve great things from those who don't is action. You can have the best ideas, the most brilliant plans, and the highest of hopes, but without action, none of it matters. Action is what transforms dreams into reality. But here's the catch: action is not always easy. It's not always comfortable, and it's not always clear. Sometimes taking action means stepping into the unknown, taking risks, and doing things that scare you. But that's where strength is built. Strength is not developed by playing it safe or staying in your comfort zone. Strength is developed by pushing through fear, by taking that first step even when you're unsure of where it will lead, and by committing to keep moving forward despite the obstacles that may arise. When you take action, you send a message to yourself and to the world that you are serious about your goals, that you are committed to achieving greatness. Each time you take action, no matter how small the step, you are reinforcing the belief in yourself that you can do this, that you are capable, and that you have what it takes to succeed. The more you act, the more momentum you build, and the more you prove to yourself that weakness is not a permanent state, but a passing phase that you can overcome with commitment and persistence. Inaction, on the other hand, is the breeding ground for weakness. When you fail to take action, you allow doubt and fear to take root. You let the uncertainty of the future control your decisions, and you give in to the belief that success is out of reach. Inaction keeps you stuck. It keeps you in the same place, spinning your wheels, wishing things were different, but never doing anything to change them. The truth is, inaction is a choice too. When you choose to do nothing, you're making a decision to remain weak, to stay where you are, to accept the life you have rather than creating the life you want. The key to breaking free from this cycle of inaction is to start. It doesn't matter how small the step is as long as you take it. Taking action is a habit, and like any habit, it can be developed over time. The more you take action, the easier it becomes to take action. And the more action you take, the more progress you make. It's that simple. But it starts with the decision to stop making excuses, to stop procrastinating, and to start moving forward. The hardest part is often just getting started. Once you take that first step, you'll find that the path ahead becomes clearer, and the momentum you build will carry you further than you ever imagined. One of the most powerful ways to ensure that you keep taking action is to set clear goals. Goals give you something to aim for, something to work toward. Without goals, it's easy to get lost in the day-to-day distractions of life, and you may find yourself drifting without direction. But when you have clear, specific goals, you create a roadmap for your future. You give yourself something to focus on, something that drives you forward, no matter what challenges you may face along the way. However, goals alone are not enough. You must pair your goals with action. It's not enough to simply say, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be strong." You must take deliberate steps each day to move closer to those goals. Every day you must ask yourself, what action can I take today that will bring me closer to where I want to be? And then you must do it. The more you take action toward your goals, the closer you will get to achieving them. But the key is consistency. It's not about taking huge leaps all at once. It's about making small, consistent efforts every day. It's about building momentum and staying focused on your objectives. Another crucial aspect of taking action is the willingness to learn from failure. Failure is not something to be feared, it's something to be embraced. Failure is simply a sign that you are pushing yourself beyond your limits, that you are trying new things, and that you are stepping out of your comfort zone. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to improve. When you view failure as a learning experience rather than a setback, it loses its power over you. Instead of allowing failure to make you feel weak or discouraged, you use it as fuel to keep going, to keep improving, and to keep moving toward your goals. You must understand that strength is not built by avoiding failure, but by overcoming it. Every time you take action, you risk failure. But every time you fail and get back up, you build resilience. You strengthen your character, and you grow into the person you need to be in order to achieve success. So, don't be afraid of failure. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it to fuel your next step. Action is the bridge between weakness and strength. It's what turns potential into reality, and it's what transforms dreams into tangible achievements. If you want to stop being weak, if you want to become strong, you must take action every day, no matter how small the step. It's through action that you build the life you want, the life you deserve. The idea of taking action is powerful, but there's another critical component to achieving success and overcoming weakness, and that is the power of consistency. You can have the most brilliant ideas, the most perfect plans, and the deepest desires for success, but without consistency, those ideas, plans, and desires will amount to nothing. The key to creating lasting success, to building real strength, is not found in isolated bursts of effort, but in the consistent actions you take every single day. It's in the daily commitment to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, even when the results aren't immediate, and even when it feels like nothing is changing. Most people get excited at the beginning. They start with enthusiasm. They dive into their goals with energy and passion. But that excitement wanes over time, and when the initial enthusiasm fades, many people give up. They don't see results quickly enough, so they stop trying. They fall into the trap of thinking that success should be instant, that if things aren't happening right away, then they must not be on the right path. But this kind of thinking is a sure way to fail. Success, real success, is not something that happens overnight. It is the result of consistent effort over time, of making small, deliberate steps every day in the direction of your goals, no matter what obstacles you may encounter along the way. This is where most people falter. They give up too soon. They let the lack of immediate results discourage them, and they fail to see that the real progress is happening beneath the surface, out of sight. It's the slow, steady progress that builds momentum. It's the day-in, day-out actions, no matter how small, that add up over time and lead to significant transformation. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And in a marathon, it's not the person who sprints ahead and burns out who wins. It's the one who keeps moving forward at a steady pace, no matter the challenges, no matter the setbacks. Consistency is also about developing habits. Habits are the actions we take so regularly that they become automatic. They are the foundation upon which success is built. When you establish strong, positive habits, you don't have to rely on willpower or motivation to keep you going. Your habits carry you through. The person who makes a habit of getting up early and working towards their goals every day will naturally progress. The person who makes a habit of staying focused on their priorities, even when distractions arise, will see results. Habits are what keep you going when motivation runs dry. When things get tough, when the road seems long, they are the backbone of consistency, and they are the difference between those who succeed and those who quit. But building good habits doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and commitment. It takes a willingness to show up every single day, to put in the work, even when you don't see immediate rewards. It takes understanding that results take time, that progress is often invisible at first, and that the effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow, next month, and years down the line. The person who commits to practicing their craft every day, even when they don't feel like it, is the one who will eventually become the expert. The person who commits to exercising regularly, even when it feels like little progress is being made, is the one who will eventually experience the transformation they've been working for. Success, strength, and personal growth all come down to this: the willingness to show up consistently, no matter what. Another key element of consistency is learning to push through the discomfort. The road to success is rarely comfortable. It's filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But in those moments of discomfort, you have a choice. You can either give in and quit, or you can push through. The successful people, the ones who achieve greatness, are the ones who push through the discomfort. They are the ones who know that on the other side of discomfort lies growth. On the other side of every challenge, every obstacle, lies a greater version of yourself. The discomfort is not a sign to quit. It's a sign that you're on the right path. The key to overcoming discomfort is to keep going, even when it feels hard. It's in those moments when you want to quit that you must remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself that every action you take, no matter how difficult it may seem, is bringing you closer to your goals. Remember that greatness is built through perseverance, through the willingness to continue moving forward when everything within you tells you to stop. The discomfort you feel is temporary, but the strength you gain from pushing through it is permanent. And it is this strength, this resilience, that will carry you through every challenge that comes your way. Consistency also means being accountable to yourself. You are the one who is responsible for your success. You are the one who must make the decision to stay consistent, to keep showing up even when it feels hard. It's easy to make excuses, to say that you're too tired, too busy, or that the timing isn't right. But when you make excuses, you're choosing weakness over strength. When you commit to being consistent, you're choosing growth over stagnation. You're choosing to show up for yourself, even when it's hard, because you know that the results will come if you keep putting in the effort. The path to success is not an easy one, and it's not a fast one. But it is a path that leads to greatness, to strength, and to a life of fulfillment and achievement. The secret is consistency. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that the small steps you take today will lead to the success you desire tomorrow. Success is not about talent or luck, it's about consistency. It's about doing the things that others are unwilling to do, day in and day out. If you can master the art of consistency, you can master your life. When you look around at the world today, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. There are so many distractions, so many things pulling us in different directions. Everywhere we turn, there's someone or something telling us what we should do, who we should be, or what success should look like. We live in a world that often glorifies the quick fix, the shortcut, the get-rich-fast mentality. And yet, The truth is that lasting success is not achieved through shortcuts. It's not achieved through doing what's easy or what's popular. It's achieved through discipline, focus, and the willingness to push through difficulties that others would quit on. True strength isn't born from doing the easy thing. It's born from doing the hard thing, consistently and doing it well. In today's world, it's easy to get distracted. With the constant stream of information, the endless noise of social media, and the pull of instant gratification, it's no wonder that so many people never get anywhere. They start with excitement, they dive in head first, but soon they get distracted by something new, something more appealing, and they lose focus. The problem isn't a lack of desire or even effort, it's a lack of discipline. The person who has the discipline to stay focused on their goals, to avoid the distractions and the noise, is the one who will find true success. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's easy to have an idea, to imagine the life you want, or to dream of success, but it takes discipline to turn those dreams into reality. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about making the choice to work on your goals every day, regardless of how you feel, regardless of the circumstances around you. Discipline is the ability to stay on course, to stay committed to your purpose, even when things are difficult, even when the world around you seems chaotic, and even when you want to quit. The most successful people are not those who avoid challenges, but those who develop the discipline to face challenges head-on, knowing that growth and achievement lie on the other side. They are the ones who understand that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Without discipline, all of the potential in the world is useless. Without discipline, your dreams will remain nothing more than that, dreams. It is the discipline to keep moving forward day after day that turns those dreams into reality. When you commit to discipline, you commit to excellence. Excellence is not something that happens by accident. It's not a trait that some people have and others don't. Excellence is the result of consistent, focused effort over time. It's the willingness to do the small things right every single day without exception. It's about putting in the hard work, even when no one is watching, even when the results aren't immediate. Excellence is about continually improving, continually striving to be better than you were yesterday. The disciplined person doesn't let their circumstances dictate their actions. They don't let their feelings or emotions determine whether or not they'll put in the work. They understand that discipline is about doing what needs to be done, no matter how they feel. When you develop the discipline to take consistent action, even when you don't feel motivated or excited, you'll find that success becomes a natural byproduct. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays with you. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline is unwavering. It's the ability to show up every day and put in the work, even when you don't feel like it, that makes all the difference. Discipline also means delaying gratification. We live in a world where instant results are glorified, where people expect things to happen right now. But true success requires the ability to delay gratification, to put in the hard work now, with the understanding that the results will come in time. The disciplined person knows that success is not an overnight achievement, but a long-term process. They are willing to work hard and endure discomfort today for the rewards that will come in the future. It's not about the instant reward. It's about the long-term vision, the bigger picture. The power of discipline is that it transforms your habits. Your habits, in turn, determine your success. If you have disciplined habits, if you are consistent, if you show up every day and do what needs to be done, your life will be a reflection of those habits. Your habits are the foundation upon which everything else is built. And when you make discipline a part of your daily routine, you set yourself up for success in ways that go far beyond what you can see in the moment. Every small, disciplined action you take today adds up over time to create the life you want. It's important to remember that discipline doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean never making mistakes or always getting everything right. It means staying committed to your goals, even when things don't go as planned, even when you face setbacks, and even when you fail. It's about getting back up, learning from your mistakes, and continuing to move forward. The disciplined person doesn't quit when they fail. They learn from the failure and keep going. Failure is simply a part of the process, a necessary step on the path to success. So, the next time you feel distracted, the next time you feel tempted to give up or to take the easy way out, remember that discipline is what will carry you through. It's not the big moments, the grand gestures, or the bursts of inspiration that lead to success. It's the small, consistent actions you take every single day that will build the life you want. Stay disciplined. Keep showing up, keep doing the work, and remember the results will come not because you were lucky, but because you had the discipline to stay on course, no matter what. The world today is full of distractions, noise, and endless opportunities to divert our attention from what truly matters. We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us what we should do, what we should buy, who we should be. The sheer volume of information is overwhelming, and it's easy to get caught up in the frenzy. We look around, and it often feels like everyone else has figured it out. They have a clear path, a sense of purpose, and they seem to be moving ahead with confidence while we remain stuck, unsure of where to begin or what steps to take. In the face of all this external noise, the most important thing you can do is to take control of your focus. Focus is the silent but incredibly powerful force that drives success. If you want to achieve greatness, you must learn to master the art of focus. Focus is not just about paying attention. It's about prioritizing your time, your energy, and your resources on the things that matter most. In a world where distractions are more abundant than ever, the ability to focus on a single task, a single goal, or a single purpose is a rare and invaluable skill. It is the difference between those who make meaningful progress and those who get lost in the shuffle. The truth is that in order to be successful, you have to have a clear, singular focus. Without focus, you end up spreading yourself too thin, jumping from one idea to the next, and ultimately accomplishing very little. You can't be everything to everyone, and you certainly can't achieve everything at once. To stop being weak, you must learn to focus on what matters most to you, and to give it your full attention, without letting anything else stand in your way. The first step in cultivating focus is to get clear on your goals. You cannot achieve anything of significance if you don't know what you're working toward. It's easy to get distracted by the multitude of opportunities and paths available to us, but the key to success lies in narrowing your focus to one thing. The clearer and more specific your goals are, the easier it will be to direct your focus. It's not enough to simply say, "I want to be successful." Success means different things to different people. It's about defining what success looks like for you and then committing to it with unwavering determination. Once you've defined your goals, the next step is to block out all distractions. Distractions are the enemy of focus. They steal your time, your energy, and your attention. In today's world, distractions come in all forms: social media, emails, phone calls, the constant chatter of people around you. These distractions are designed to pull you away from your purpose, to make you lose sight of what really matters. If you want to be successful, you must actively protect your focus. You must create an environment that is conducive to productivity and free from distractions. This might mean setting boundaries with others, turning off notifications, or simply carving out time each day when you can work without interruptions. The more you protect your focus, the more you will accomplish. But protecting your focus is only part of the equation. The real power of focus comes from the ability to consistently take action toward your goals. Focus is not just about thinking about what you want to achieve. It's about doing something every day that moves you closer to your objectives. Every small action you take adds up over time. The disciplined pursuit of your goals, day after day, is what creates momentum and leads to success. The key to success is not found in big, dramatic leaps, but in the consistent, focused effort that you put in each and every day. One of the biggest obstacles to focus is the temptation to multitask. Multitasking may seem like a way to get more done, but in reality, it only spreads your attention thin and reduces your effectiveness. When you multitask, you're never truly focused on any one thing, and the quality of your work suffers as a result. Instead of trying to do everything at once, focus on one task at a time. Give that task your full attention, and see it through to completion. The power of focus lies in the ability to immerse yourself fully in the present moment, to give your undivided attention to what you are doing, and to avoid the temptation to jump from one thing to the next. Another important aspect of focus is the ability to say no. It's easy to get caught up in the desire to please others, to take on every opportunity that comes your way, and to be involved in everything. But if you say yes to everything, you will spread yourself too thin, and your focus will be diluted. Learning to say no is not about rejecting opportunities or avoiding responsibility. It's about prioritizing your time and energy on the things that align with your goals. Saying no to distractions and less important tasks frees you up to say yes to the things that truly matter. It's the ability to make choices based on your long-term vision rather than short-term impulses. Focus is also about resilience. There will be times when things don't go as planned, when obstacles arise, or when the path to success seems unclear. In those moments, it's easy to lose focus, to become discouraged, and to give up. But true focus is the ability to stay committed to your goals even when the going gets tough. It's about being able to block out the noise of doubt and uncertainty, and to keep moving forward with unwavering determination. Resilience is the companion of focus, and together they form the foundation of success. In the end, focus is the key to everything. If you want to stop being weak, if you want to achieve something meaningful in your life, you must learn to focus on what matters most. The more focused you are, the more power you will have to shape your reality. Focus is not something you have to wait for. It's something you can cultivate, strengthen, and refine. The more you practice focus, the easier it becomes, and the more you will accomplish. The world will try to distract you, to pull you in 1,000 different directions. But if you can stay focused, stay committed to your goals, and keep taking consistent action, success will be inevitable. The journey from weakness to strength, from doubt to confidence, from inaction to success, is not an easy one. It requires a decision to take control of your life, to shape your future, and to step into the power that lies within you. But remember, this transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of a series of choices you make every single day: the choice to think strong, to act with purpose, to remain disciplined in the face of challenges, and to keep your focus sharp. It's the quiet, consistent work that builds real strength, not the flashy moments of inspiration or quick fixes. You have the power to change your life, to move from weakness to strength, but it all starts with your thoughts, your actions, your commitment, and your focus. The world will always try to pull you off course, to distract you, to make you doubt yourself. But in those moments, you must remind yourself that true strength lies not in avoiding difficulty, but in facing it head on, one disciplined step at a time. You are the architect of your destiny, and every decision you make, every small action you take, is another brick in the foundation of your success. The key is simple: stay committed, stay focused, and keep moving forward. The strength you seek is already inside you. It's time to stop being weak, to stop letting fear or doubt control your life. It's time to take that first step, to build momentum, and to embrace the power of consistency, discipline, and focus. Your future is waiting for you to claim it, and the path to that future is paved with the choices you make today. The world needs your strength, your purpose, and your unique contribution. It's time to rise, and it's time to make your mark.